Guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm doing a review of the Essential Oils Healing Deck by Michelle Scoffro. And I just got this one probably about a week and a half ago or so, and I'm absolutely loving it. I did have another essential oils deck, but I really love the artwork that was on this one. So I thought I'd go ahead and get it because, I work with essential oils and I work with herbs and all of that. But before I get started, I thought that since I'm going to be talking about an essential oils deck, I'd let you know about something that we have over at Desert Cauldron. And this is getting uploaded probably as I speak onto our Etsy site. But I do work with essential oils, so I've created a particular essential oil blend in our Aphrodite kit. It comes with a blend of essential oils, which are great at attracting people to you. So everyone, not just, particularly for a mate, but for people to see all the wonderful qualities that you have within you. So to make the best parts of you shine. There's also a little stick of Palo Santo that comes with your Aphrodite kit. We also have a little bag of rose petals here and a little citrine, again, to help you tap into that solar energy, that solar plexus energy, and finding your power within yourself. Because when you feel powerful and you can feel that shine on the inside, it will definitely radiate to the outside. And every kit comes with a beautiful seashell just like this, so you can charge a lot of your magical tools or your jewelry, anything like that. And again, this is both for male and female, so don't feel like this is strictly for one gender or another. But yeah, definitely check those out. Like I said, I love working with essential oils, so this deck was like a no-brainer. But check us out, Desert Cauldron, it's all one word on Etsy, or check us out on Instagram at desert.cauldron. It's a shop that's run by myself and James over at Light of Riga, and we have unique, one-of-a-kind witchy tools. So for those of you that have, a very eclectic practice or very particular practice, we try to accommodate all magical practitioners. So a lot of the items are handmade by us or by local artisans or our friends over at the reservations which surround us here in Arizona. So yeah, definitely check us out, Desert Cauldron. And for decks, if you are looking for a reading, and anytime people see certain decks during my deck reviews, they're wondering if I could use them in my readings, I absolutely can. So if you find that you really connect with this deck and you would like me to use it in a reading for you, then definitely let me know. Just head over to www.kittensweightsandtarot.com and just let me know, hey, could you use the Essential Oils deck in my 30-minute reading or my Spirit Guide reading or, my Rainbow Bridge reading or whatever it may be. But I have a lot of different types of readings there. I even conchomancy, those of you that have maybe are interested in seeing people read with seashells, I do that. So check out kittensweightsandtarot.com. All my other information is down below for my newsletter, my Leon Mystery School, my Patreon. So okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at this awesome deck. And actually, I found it on Amazon. And I was like, what is this? Essential oils, you say? A healing deck, you say? Well then, I'm listening. And here is the back. And it's published by Sterling Ethos, which I think I have a few decks published by them, and not that I've gotten published by them, but that I have that have been published by them, and I think that they do a great job with their packaging and their cardstock and things like that. So let's go ahead and open her up. It's got a beautiful kind of purpley finish on the inside, kind of lavender. Lavender has been kind of like the name of the game for me in terms of color, because I do work with color magic. Okay, let's set our lovely cards aside and let's take a look at the guidebook here. So it says 52 cards to enhance mind, body, and spirit. So the text in this deck, again, is by Michelle Scoffro. And then we have, of course, when putting a deck together, there's always kind of a team of people sometimes helping out. So we have package design here, cards and booklet design by this person. And then over on page 127, you can kind of see where the illustrations came from. So if you were wondering who the illustrator was, illustrations by Alexis Seabrook, except for particular herbs that you'll see in there. Some of those came from Getty Images and Shutterstock. So just so that you're aware of that. Okay? All right, so let's take a look inside here. You see the table of contents is neatly laid out for you. All right, so going in here, when you get into the introduction, it's first just kind of talking about essential oils in general, kind of certain cultures that have utilized them, kind of how far back they go, why they utilize them, things like this. And then going into how you can use it for healing, but also trying to understand the difference between sometimes, like let's say, if you had a black pepper essential oil, why is it more expensive in this brand than it is this brand? And sometimes it's not just because of like brand name, but because how the plants are cultivated. Like some plants they use pesticides on them, and then they use like heavy chemicals to extract the essential oil. And so maybe that's not the best for your skin or for inhaling or, you know, to be eaten, because some essential oils you can ingest, but you have to be very careful because it does have to say that on the bottle that you can ingest that particular essential oil. Not all of them are like that. So this is some good information on that. And of course, some, you know, care when you're pregnant or breastfeeding, how to use maybe with children, and just the various ways you can use essential oils. I do like diffusing my essential oils. I definitely use them for topical use. I mean, like some of the things that I make. Some of them are for internal use. Again, you have to be very cautious, you know, and same for cooking. And then in the deck, you're going to see little images like this at the bottom of the cards, just letting you know that this particular herb or essential oil that they're mentioning on this card is good for aromatherapy. You can inhale it, you can put it on your skin, or, you know, you can ingest it, or you can cook with it, you know, and not every essential oil is good for all of those things. So it's nice to have a little legend kind of at the bottom of your card. All right, and then it has some card spreads if you wish to utilize those. I think that's always fun, is, you know, taking a gander inside a guidebook. I'm a very intuitive reader, and I, you know, connect very well with, you know, herbs and things like that. But I love to see kind of where the author is coming from. Where's the creator or even the illustrator coming from? And trying out some of their spreads. You know, I think it's fun. And it's also a chance to really get to know your deck. And then after that, you know, you could put the guidebook away or bust it out every now and then, because I mean, they put it together for a reason, which was to kind of help people. So, you know, don't feel bad about busting out your guidebooks. But I think this has like a lot of really good information, you know, not just using it with my deck, but like reading it and being, oh, well, that's cool. So like, let's say for basil, which I love for a lot of things, like especially like abundance magic, money magic, you know, health, you know, things like that. So it talks a lot about, you know, let's say basil here, and things that you can use it for, continued on to the next page. And also a little safety, like a little precaution when using that particular essential oil. So it goes like that kind of throughout the whole guidebook. I think that's pretty cool. And then, there we go. I just wanted to get to the last page. It has some end notes for you, in case you want to kind of double check, cross-reference on some of these things. A lot of information, things that you guys can, you know, continue reading for your interest, for your expansion of knowledge. And again, you know, our image credits there, and a little bit about the author here. Okay, Michelle Chauffreau Cook. Sorry, I've been calling her by her first and middle name. Sorry, Chauffreau Cook. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at our cards. I'm gonna put this back in here. Okay, so 52 cards are here. They seem to fit fine in my hand, but they are a little bit tall. I'm gonna use a like regular size tarot deck as comparison. But for me, my hands aren't big enough to side shuffle like this. I have to top shuffle. And it's not that I have small hands. I'm 5'8". So those of you that do have small hands, yeah, perhaps top shuffle, you know, is really going to work for you. But hey, if you are on the basketball team and you are a tall person, then maybe you can do your side shuffle. But yeah, so there's that. And, you know, you could also do like a wash shuffle too, you know, if you wanted to. But let's look at these individually. And first, let's take a look this back. I mean, beautiful, so beautiful. Gorgeous. And you will see that it does have quite the sheen to it. That's because they are coated. So they were a little sticky when I first got them, you know, out of the box, but you know what I do to kind of combat stickiness? Hold on, there we go. Is I'll do this to my cards. Just a little back and forth, not to like wreck them or anything. You check yourself before you wreck yourself. No, I do a little back and forth and you can hear them kind of all unstick from each other. And all of a sudden, they're no longer sticky to each other. And I haven't had them sticking to each other since. So that cured that. So like I said, they do have a sheen. And they, you know, they do have that coating, but they don't stick to each other anymore. It was only that initial kind of trying to get them out of the box type thing. As far as cardstock, I would say this is close to a 300 if this isn't a 300 already. It's a very durable, thick cardstock. Okay, so let's look at a size comparison. And I'm going to be using my 80s tarot. So this is a traditional tarot size. Okay, so you can see it is quite a bit taller and just a little bit wider. So not too wide, but definitely much taller, which means that it's too tall for me to try to side shuffle. You know, regular shuffle with a tarot card, just fine. This one, a little too extra. Okay, so I mean, not really a complaint on my end because I can top shuffle just fine. So anyway, without further ado, let's take a look at these wonderful cards. So here we go. So you see that down here, you'll have the name of the essential oil or, you know, herb plant, what it symbolizes and what it's good for. And then down here, ways that you can utilize it as an essential oil. So, and this particular one for myrrh, you can use it as aromatherapy. You can use it on your skin, or you can ingest it kind of in powdered format or pill format. Myrrh represents soothing, comfort, and bringing transcendence. So you can look at this more from a healing standpoint, like how you can actually physically use it, but you can also read it intuitively. What does that mean in terms of the question that you were asking? So I use it for a little bit of both so far. And I love these beautiful images. I like that it's simple. I love the kind of simple backgrounds. So it's just kind of highlighting, you know, this particular plant or herb. And so I am using this so far, you know, for actual like concoctions, healing for myself, you know, some essential oils, but also I'm looking at it in just terms of herbs and not an essential oil too. Like if I actually wanted to use birch for something, maybe for a particular spell or just, you know, for some altar work. It's not always for spells, but like for altar work or something that I'm using to aid me, like let's say in shadow work or some particular healing type work, I could do that. I could use it as an, you know, essential oil, you know, mixing it with other essential oils, like pull 3 cards and then I use those 3 essential oils maybe for a top, middle, and base note. You know, I could do that and put it in a nice carrier oil. What I found for carrier oil is sunflower oil seems to work really well with me, and I don't really have sensitive skin, but sunflower oil seems to be really good for those that do have sensitive skin. You can also use it with fractionated coconut oil. Some people mix it with jojoba oil. It's kind of like up to you, really. I could also see about using like say lavender. You can use lavender in baking, by the way. I so want to try making lavender muffins. Or maybe I'll make lavender cookies. Actually, you know what? I can make those tonight. What do you say? And roses, you guys know I'm all about roses. I even make my own rose salve that I sell in my Etsy shop. But you know, one of my favorite things about eating roses is I love rose petal ice cream. When I used to hang out with like my friends who were from Iran and they were like all into rose petal ice cream, they introduced me to it. So freaking delicious. And by the way, at the end of this review, I'll be pulling a card for us. You know, if it connects with you, fantastic. If not, I hope that you'll just, you know, have been able to sit back, enjoy some of these images, maybe soak up some of the energy through this camera, like bergamot. Ooh, I use a lot of bergamot and stuff, especially tea. Like if you use it in Earl Grey, so good. I find essential oils are really good for baths. You know, I don't take too many baths. I do have a bathtub, so it is possible for me to take a bath. I mostly just take showers, but like to actually just like take the time to sink into some essential oils and just like let them not only soothe your skin, but also like taking it in kind of like aromatherapy, just like, especially if you put eucalyptus in there. Oh man, for your muscles and for, you know, if you're having any sort of like respiratory issue, eucalyptus is freaking fantastic. Ooh, don't know why some of these highlights, they just blow out of here. Just so many beautiful images. And like I said, I have another essential oil deck. It doesn't have really any images on it. It's just text, you know, and I think that that's really useful, but I like stuff with images. So there you go. So I said that I wanted to pull a card for you guys. Whoop! I think that's our card. That flew out, so there we go. Let's see what it is. If it connects with you, that's great. If not, like I said, I hope that you just enjoyed this review. So beautiful. We have coriander, heightens happiness and creativity. And looks like you can do all the things with it. You can use it as an aromatherapy. You can put it on the skin. You can ingest it. You can use it for cooking. I have used coriander for cooking, actually. So let's actually take a look at the guidebook, because like I said, I think the guidebook is well written. And maybe some of the information that we find in there really connects with you, and I hope it does. Let's see, coriander, or maybe that was rice-a-roni. Okay, coriander, here we go. Coriander, the seeds of the cilantro plant, grew wild across southern Europe and eastern Asia and has been cultivated, harvested, and eaten for thousands of years. There are references to the plant in ancient texts from China, Egypt, India, and Rome. Ancient Egyptians believed that the herb could travel with them into the afterlife, where it served as food for the departed. Perhaps that is why coriander seeds were even found at the tombs of both Tutankhamun and Ramses II. Like their medieval European counterparts who considered coriander an aphrodisiac, ancient Egyptians also steeped coriander and garlic in wine and drank it for the same purpose. Egyptians also believed that coriander held the secret to happiness. Some thought that it offered protection and immortality. Let's skip down to here. Coriander essential oil helps to alleviate feelings of apprehension and increase communication with others. In addition to arousing passions, it is believed to boost feelings of security and peace. Aromatherapist, author, and instructor Gabriel Moje writes that coriander seed oil is ideally suited, therefore, to complex, creative individuals who find it difficult to cope with predictability and routine. So here are some wonderful uses for coriander. Aches and pains, antibacterial, body odor, depression, diabetes and high blood sugar, diarrhea, fatigue, flatulence, food poisoning, indigestion, inflammation, itchy skin, joint pain, lack of appetite, mental fatigue, nausea, nervous exhaustion, neuropathy, pain, rashes, rheumatism, spasms, stomach cramps. Safety, or as a caution, can be used undiluted. So just so that you know, you don't always have to dilute coriander. So that's interesting. All right, so maybe that's something that you want to work with, you know, now that you've seen it in this video. Maybe you have some coriander essential oil, or maybe you just have coriander, the actual plant. laying around, and you might think of creative ways to utilize it. But yeah, maybe there is something where you're feeling a little down in the dumps, and you might be working on a little bit of shadow work to find out where that's coming from. Maybe coriander can be your friend in that adventure, as you seek to find out the root cause, so that you can eliminate it, so you can bring a little bit more creativity and happiness back into your life. So anyway, I hope you guys dug this review. Let me know if you have the essential oils healing deck, or if this was something that maybe you had your eye on. Like I said, I found it on Amazon. I was like, what is this? I was so excited because I didn't hear anybody talking about this. So yeah, that's also why I'm doing this review, because like maybe those of you that are into essential oils or even herbs, maybe this deck might interest you. So let me know in the comment section down below. I definitely plan on utilizing this with tarot, and actually I just did with my October reading, so there's that. But like I said, all my other information is down below for, Patreon, my newsletter, my Leon Mystery School, and also, if you wanted to catch a reading from me and you wanted me to use this deck, head over to www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com. That link is down below. And also, if you are interested in the Aphrodite kit, the Aphrodite attraction kit that we have at Desert Cauldron, then that link is down below as well. Or you could just, find us on Etsy, Desert Cauldron. So anyway, that's it from me, spiritual homies. I will catch you later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.